Namaste friends, this is a part 2 of the South Africa. As I told you, South Africa itself is a kind of an island. On 3 sides it's sea, surrounded by sea, by Indian Ocean as well as Atlantic Ocean. And here we have shown you in the last video the Cape Town. You have seen the beauty of it. And today again Cape Town. And the next video you would be going not only Cape Town sightseeing, also part of Garden Road. So share the video, like it and subscribe it. Enjoy. It's for our information that Cape Town is a port city in South Africa's southwest coast on a peninsula beneath the imposing Table Mountain. Now, what is the Table Mountain? The planet's most breathtaking cities is the Cape Town area. The nature surrounds this multicultural city which nestles between a rugged range of mountains and the sea. You can see the portion of the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean. Everything is mixed. We cannot break it. Where what? Because that's the reason the multicolor water. The Table Mountain is what? A flat-topped peak presiding over the city. It's a spectacular overview. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Hike to the summit. You can hike, you can glide up on the cableway. It's almost an hour-long hike up to the Lion's Head. Also provides a panoramic city vistas. As you see, Cape Town's coast is also full of natural wonders. Rising about 1,087 meters south of the city center, this flat-topped Table Mountain is the most photographed landmark in South Africa, and the Constancy, the harbour. The penguins over here are something really a natural sight. It's always there on the golden beaches, and it's in the south of the city. Another spectacular point is the Chapman's Peak Drive. Also, you have another attraction of Cape Town is the Victoria and Alfred waterfront, reminiscent of Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. You can stop here, dine, enjoy the many entertainment venues, including the Two Oceans Aquarium. But one should have time enough to do all these things. It's nothing wrong if you stay for one full week in Cape Town. That much you can enjoy here. You can also see the Table Mountain, always a layer of clouds called the tablecloth. Frequently clothes the mountain's peak, but when the clouds clear, visitors can enjoy a spectacular view of Cape Town and the entire Cape Peninsula from the summit, from the top. You must bring a sweater as it can always be cold and very windy at the top. For those short time and energy, a revolving cableway climbs to the summit, covering the distance of 1,244 meters in the 7 minutes. It's just really beautiful. Now we are come to the place is Seal Cuttle. We are going to the cruise to the Seal Island in Cape Point in Cape Town. Seal Island is actually a small land mass located 5.7 kilometers off the northern beaches of False Bay, near Cape Town in South Africa. The island is so named because of the great number of Cape fur seals that occupy it. It is 5 acres in area and home to about 64,000 Cape fur seals. So we are here waiting to get our tickets, and then we are off to Seal Island. The Seal Island is in Mossel Bay. Is populated by over 2,500 Cape fur seals, and the island is thus. It takes you on a boat cruise from Mossel Bay Harbour around Seal Island and it comes back. The whole thing takes about almost 2 hours. So we are waiting for the boat. The boat will be here in a minute. You don't feel tired because the climate is so beautiful, and you can just look around all the while and you see only good things. Everything is good. There is also one place actually about 120 kilometers east of Cape Town, something called Hermanus is one of the world's whale watching hotspots. From July through November, large numbers of southern right whales migrate through these waters, and visitors can even spot them from shore sometimes, especially during the prime months of September. Here we are, almost reached the seal island. You can see the seals in plenty, in thousands, waiting on the top of the rocks, and the visitors can have a real feast. Actually, due to the waves, the boat cannot go so closer, but still a boatman tried his best to take us maximum nearest. It's quite fully for me. It's really good. It's a real enjoyment. But those people who get the seasickness must wear a good monkey cap on top of your head, so that you can see the the seal, how they play around and how they are very quietly waiting to see that come, you can take my photographs that way. Now we have finished the Seal Island. We are again going further for the sightseeing of the Cape Town. The Cape Town sightseeing is all about the water, the rock formations, the mountains, the flowers, the gardens. You can't find the impressive skyscrapers, buildings, etc. over here. All you see, the natural gift, the pleasantness, how it has been maintained beautifully, which many countries do not do, including our India, but they really made it up. When the two oceans meet, there's always full of formed. That's what you see here. This is like Grand Canyon. Those who have not seen Grand Canyon, you can see here. You can see between the two mountains, the cliffs, the road is formed, and the other side of the cliff is the sea. And the sea has various colors. You can see green color, and you can see the real sea color, and you can see bluish, dark bluish, black, everything. And you have small mountains in the middle of the sea, which makes it a great appearance and great experience. In this sea, in Cape Town, the Robben Island is situated. Everybody would be knowing Robben Island because that's a prison where Nelson Mandela was prisoned. Almost about 400 years, Robben Island in Table Bay was a brutal prison where Nelson Mandela himself spent 18 years in a tiny cell during the apartheid era. Today the island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a must-see attraction for anyone interested in South African history. But the problem here is not every day you are allowed to. Sometimes when you go due to the rough sea, you are not allowed, even after taking the ticket, like it happened to us too. Though we had the tickets, but we are not allowed to because of the rough sea. Sometimes the train, sometimes the sea is very rough. Tours to the island begin with the multimedia exhibits in the museum at the Nelson Mandela Gateway on the Victoria and Alfred waterfront, which we already see, before travelers board the vessels to the island. The boat trip takes about 30 minutes to an hour depending on weather condition and can be rough during big swells. You can see the penguin area now. They are very quietly sitting. You are not supposed to disturb them. You are not supposed to make any noise. And just quietly take the photograph. That's all. So I told you, it's everything about the natural, the gift of nature. Penguin, Seal Island, Robben Island, Cape Town, Cape of Good Hope, Table Mountain. Everything is a gift of nature. Nothing is brought or made by any human beings as such. You can also see in the Robben Island Nelson Mandela's formal cell, and the Line Quarry where prisoners. In the Robben Island, the funny part is that the guides who take you around are the former prisoners of Robben Island who share their experiences and offer insight into the atrocities of apartheid and the power of forgiveness. Because they are all out, some along with Nelson Mandela, some after that. It was a real hellish experience to me. In fact, what Nelson Mandela said after leaving this hellish 6 square kilometer island, as I walked out of the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I don't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I would still be in prison. These wise words are even more potent after tour here. It's a beautiful spot which nobody can forget. You may forget some of the buildings and skyscrapers and many such things, but you will never forget the Cape Town in Africa. This is the Cape of Good Hope, where we are taking the photographs. You see the Castle of Good Hope right now. It's a 60-meter high bell tower with a carillon installed in 1923. It was modeled on Big Ben type in London. Highlights of the interior include a beautiful mosaic floors, marble staircase, and impressive stained glass. Notice the ഇത് കേപ്പ് ടൗണിൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും ഉയരം കൂടിയ കൊടുമുടിയാണ്. ഒരു ലൈറ്റ് ഹൗസിൻ്റെ ചുറ്റുപാടിന് വളരെ മനോഹരമായിരിക്കുന്നു. ഗ്രേ കളർ, ബ്ലൂ കളർ ആൻഡ് ടർക്കോയിസ് ബ്ലൂ കളർ, എമറാൾഡ് കളർ എല്ലാം കൂടി ചേർന്ന വെള്ളം എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന ചോദിച്ചാൽ നമ്മുടെ അറ്റ്ലാന്റിക് ഓഷ്യനും ഇന്ത്യൻ ഓഷ്യനും ചേർന്ന സംഗമമാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. Impressive stained glass. Notice the balcony overlooking Grand Parade, where Nelson Mandela, the country's future president, addressed a jubilant crowd in 1990 after 27 years in prison. Music lovers should also try to attend a performance by the Cape Philanthropic Orchestra based here. So we have finished with the Castle of Good Hope. This was built during 1666 and 79 as the residence of the governor. This is the Cape of Good Hope. And not many people go these days to this point. It is very far away from the Cape Town itself. You got to really go a lot. People generally go to do whale watching and Hermanus or coast to Seal Island, and if the weather permitting to Robben Island. And of course, you have the beautiful botanical gardens. And you see, these all, when you are here, you just forget everything in your life. Just with the nature. See, you can see the nature's, little play. You see the water splashing in between the rock formations, and just a fantastic sight to behold. Really forget everything of your life and enjoy nature. That's it.